Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome here at Crypto Hash Review, where we educate and disseminate information about Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies from a Muslim perspective. And we are continuing on our series of videos addressing objections made against the Bitcoin network from Islamic learned individuals. And again, as I stated before, this is no means meant as disrespect to any individual. This is just me using this platform to expand the discussion, to give my point of view. If you have any disagreements or disagree with anything I've said here, put it in the comments below. Cuss me if you want, I don't mind. If you want to contact us, you can do so via our website. But today's video is about another statement I mentioned from someone where they said, in disagreement with Bitcoin, the price goes up and down based upon supply and demand. Therefore, this shows it has no real value. Now, any of you who knows anything about economics, Islamic economics even, will know this makes no sense. Everything goes up by supply and demand. It's actually quite embarrassing to have to even address this, considering that the individual who made this statement is a lecturer in Islamic economics itself, which is really sad to see. But everything on planet Earth is down to supply and demand. And that is why even governments regulate the value of their own currency through the printing and destruction of their own currency. So as we mentioned in our previous video, one way of regulating the flow and the value of money in a currency, in an economy, is through the increasing and decreasing of the interest rates. What does that mean? If you decrease the interest rates, that means more people go out to get loans, which means more money is created, the money supply is increased, and therefore, whereas if you want to increase the interest rates, therefore less people are borrowing, which means that the outflows, the money leaving the system, when I say leaving the system, mean debt's being paid back, money leaving the system increases more than the money that is being issued, and therefore it decreases the supply. And that's effectively what gives our currency stability, as they say, because everyone says the currency must be stable. That's kind of what gives it stability, is the manipulation of the currency and the money supply through interest rates. So if they are saying that the price of Bitcoin goes up and down due to supply and demand, and therefore it is haram, I guess that's what they're saying. Essentially what they're asking for and what they're calling for is interest rates. This is the unexpected irony of a lot of these objections, is that a lot of these objections towards Bitcoin is because we're basically drunk on riba. Muslims and non-Muslims, but more so the problem will be Muslims, are drunk on our current system of riba, and they don't even realize it. They think of riba as only being going to the bank and getting a loan and then that's it. No, our current financial fiat-based system is founded and exists on riba. That's it. It exists on riba. And the money supply expands and contracts based on interest rates. Riba. So there's two ways of printing money. There's printing money, but there's literally M1 money being printed, as mentioned before, where the central bank would issue or buy government bonds, therefore issuing new money to the society. Or M2 money, which is basically money issued through your normal high street bank through loans. So supply and demand, even the stability of our current system or our current fiat system is based on supply and demand as well. It's just that it's a supply and demand you're not really aware of. No one was really aware that because the interest rates are so low, therefore the money supply is actually increasing, or vice versa. Hence this illusion of stability. But everything, and I mean everything, is down to supply and demand. That is why some people use these dishonest tactics, for example, of saying, for example, oh, we only have 5 seats left in our course, sign up. Maybe they have more than 5 seats, but they're saying they only have 5 seats left because they want to give the illusion of scarcity, as in there's less supply, and therefore giving the illusion that there's a lot of demand, and therefore getting people to think, oh yeah, this is a good price, and vice versa. When you wanna, you get the gist. So everything, whether it's your rice, whether it's gold, whether it's your house, whether it's all that kind of stuff, it's literally down to supply and demand. And one final part, actually, even house prices. which seems to be going up and up and up and up and up. There's a reason why it's going up and up and up and up and up. It's due to supply and demand. Because of the system of interest and riba, that basically means that more houses can be taken off the market through money that's created out of nothing. I give a deposit, which is a fraction of the cost. I can now acquire a house, whereas before I couldn't acquire a house. I guarantee you, listen carefully, I guarantee you, if they were to ever just stop issuing all interest-bearing loans, literally, all loans would just stop, house prices would fall to the ground. Why? Because no one could afford it. Or not nobody. Most people wouldn't be able to afford getting a house. And therefore, those who already have houses and want to sell, they're going to have to consider selling at lower and lower and lower prices just to find someone who can pay for it. So the only reason why house prices are actually expensive is because the market is flooded with cheap money that's made out of nothing. So it's supply and demand. So to say that Bitcoin has no real value because it's supply and demand, that's effectively saying nothing has no value because it's down to supply and demand. And to be honest, unfortunately, due to statements like this, I think that people who have these views shouldn't really discuss affairs of economics, because there doesn't seem like they have any understanding of the basics of economics and how economics and value and proposition, that kind of stuff works. Anyway, we hope you find this video beneficial. Please like this video, subscribe to our channel. If you want to shout out to us, you can find our details on our website. And please leave a comment below if you wish to cuss me off for what I'm saying. I don't mind. Or actually have any questions. We'll do our best to try and address any questions in the comments below. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.